Hey, I'm Tyler. This is Carlson Co with a real estate update. These are the numbers you need to know. And before I jump into the video, our smart homeowners, all of you out there are going to hit the subscribe button, stay educated on your real estate investments, or just to sound like you know what you're talking about at Thanksgiving later this month, hit the subscribe button, stay up to date. Today we're going to talk about mortgage rates, market dynamics. Listen, these are the two biggest headlines, biggest topics in real estate news, and they have been for well over a year now because they've been changing and changing quickly. So let's get in the numbers. As of about a month ago, mid-October, the daily average 30-year fixed mortgage rate was 8%. That is the highest level in 23 years. As you can imagine, the interest rates doubling over 12 months has pushed a ton of buyers to the sidelines. It's caused a huge drop in mortgage applications. We are seeing the lowest levels since 1995. Redfin's Home Buyer Demand Index, which is basically Redfin's report that measures early stage demand indicators like home tours, showings, inquiries online, that's fallen to the lowest levels in nearly 12 months. It's the elevated mortgage rates, along with a lower inventory, that have contributed to U.S. housing market being on pace for the fewest home sales since 2008. And we all know what happened in 2008. And again, economists over at Redfin are predicting that this year will probably end with approximately 4.1 million existing home sales nationwide. Sounds like a lot, but it's going to be the lowest since the housing bubble burst back in the subprime mortgage crisis. So we have scarcity of inventory, which is further exasperated by homeowners choosing to stay put and retain their lower mortgage rates. And that's resulting in 14% fewer homes selling compared to just last year. I know, that's a lot, but there may be a silver lining here. So recent decisions by the U.S. Federal Reserve, which controls interest rates across the country, they're starting to signal a slowdown to these climbing interest rates. It's a big maybe. They voted to hold short-term interest rates steady, which may ease the pressure off of mortgage rates for now, okay? The whole goal here is to put the inflation that's been out of control, slow it down. There are expectations that mortgage rates are probably gonna hover around the 7% range, possibly going a little higher into next year, and it all comes after they've been aggressively hiking rates for almost 12 months now. And again, this is to curb a 22-year high inflation. So we need to do it. We have to go through this process. And nobody really knows exactly when it's going to end, but we do know we're in for the long haul. So here's what I'm seeing on the ground floor. Real estate agents are adjusting their strategies in order to respond to these rapidly changing market conditions. Okay, we're recommending to our buyers that are frustrated by how high housing costs and low inventory to consider like new construction, which is absolutely seeing better sales performance than existing homes. And this is partly because builders are not constrained by existing low mortgage rates. And they're often way more motivated to close. So we see them creating great incentives, great deals. But for everything else, look, there's deals out there. You just have to sift through the challenges. And the biggest challenge specifically is going to be affordability. The affordability of homes has changed significantly for buyers over a very short period of time. Okay, so the typically monthly mortgage payment has risen by like 90% compared to just 2 years ago. And that dramatic increase is attributed to both high housing prices and but mostly and the surge of mortgage rates, which has most buyers either dropping out of the market or they're waiting for rates to come back down. And even like we're experiencing a little bit of a dip right now. We were at 8% last month. Right now we're at about 7.7, 7.8. And the unpredictability of mortgage rates, little down, little up, remains a concern. Most experts acknowledge that we could potentially see them go up even a little more moving forward. So let me put this into perspective for you. 18 months ago, a $500,000 home was about $2,100 a month. And to afford that, you needed to make $70,000 a year to qualify. And that was awesome. That was great because the average household was making about $75,000 a year. Now, it's $3,700 a month for the same size home, and you have to make about $125,000 a year. So think about that. The income needed to buy the average home at the average price is up $50,000 in just a couple years. That's a huge swing, and obviously it knocks a ton of people out of the buying pool. And then you couple that with about 91% of current homeowners as of June this last year already sitting with mortgage rates under 6%, you could see why there really isn't much demand right now for housing. And looking ahead, the housing sector's activity has flattened out, okay, remaining well below what we were seeing just a year ago. Stagnation is primarily coming from, again, for the 20th time, higher mortgage rates. And although there's some optimism, rates are showing some slowing down. It's important to remember the market's complex and rates often move in unexpected ways. And for those of you considering selling or buying homes, Spokane, North Idaho, or anywhere for that matter, this information is critical. So understanding these market dynamics can help make informed decisions when it comes to selling or buying. You have to know the numbers. It's evident that the current real estate market climate is changing, but with strategic planning and awareness of the latest trends, opportunities can still be found. Here's the truth. There are great opportunities in every single real estate market. And right now is no different. If you plan and you're patient, life is still happening and people need to move, which does create a big opportunity for buyers who have the patience to wait for a highly motivated seller and get a great deal on purchase price. Rates will change eventually, and when they do, prices will go up. So between now and then, make sure you're subscribing right here for consistent updates, the real numbers you need to make the best choices at the right time. I'm going to ask again, if you found some value here in this video, my name is Tyler Carlson. Give us a like. This is Carlson Co, and we'll see you soon.